for you guys in the comment section down below, say thanks, Andy, because Andy just talked me into doing something that I didn't want to do until this thing was actually ready and good to go. But peer pressure is a real thing. And welcome back to the channel. Sorry that I had that little bit of an intro there where we were working on the C5 here. We've got my boy Andy, Diablo Formula Racing up here. Obviously, we got my boy Mike, Street Speed 717, playing on the TV in here while we're messing around. Andy's over here eating all my unhealthy snacks that I'm no longer allowed to eat, so I appreciate that.
I like your nuts.
Yeah, he's also eating my heart-healthy almonds that I'm actually supposed to be eating. He's eating those, but he's just cleaning house. But a couple things that I wanted to go over on the C5 here, but before we get into that, I wanted to show you guys, we're making some progress here in the shop. You can tell the GTA is actually pulled out. The 6.0 is actually moved. This thing's got a massive oil leak, which you guys will see that coming up. This is an oil pan that's leaking. You can tell it's dripping down here, and we're putting an oil cooler in that. So I'm gonna make an entire video about that. But back here, we're actually changing around some of the shelving and everything that we got. So if you guys are not new to the channel and you guys know, the shop actually had two of these gigantic shelves. They were actually over there on that side of the shop. You can still see the one over here on this side. But I moved one over here because this is going to be my parts section. I'm kind of tired of like all the jumbo all over the floor here. So I made the first shelf up high enough to where I can stack wheels, tires, and everything. I have an engine that's got to go under there, a transmission I want to be able to put under here. And then the other thing I'm going to do is a little dolly system that comes up so that I can actually just kind of lift an engine up. I'll just be able to push it in and then lower it down on a shelf. So this is going to be like an engine transmission storage area. I have a second rack that we're going to put up. I just have to figure out how we're going to do it with the baseball machine here. A bunch of people have told me to just move it out back, which I actually might end up doing. I did clear a spot out back. Let me post a picture of that here real quick. So we do have some room out back. I just have to figure it out whether I want it inside or outside. I think it'd be cooler to be inside because obviously it is winter time now, and if the kids want to practice softball because they're going into fall ball, they can actually come in here and practice. The other thing is this will actually be able to move over here now, and we'll actually have room because I won't have a bunch of parts. If you guys seen in some of my videos, this entire section back here was full of parts. There was a go-kart, just a bunch of stuff that was back here in this corner that now will be up on shelves and be out of the way. So I'm excited about that. The bed over here, I'm going to be able to pull the fenders off that I need for the F450. I'm going to pull the floor out of here for the F350 that I need, and then we're going to get that bed out of here. So we're making great progress. I'm doing what I can with the little limitations and restrictions that I actually have right now. So not a bunch of progress, but progress nonetheless. So Andy, what are you doing over here? Why don't I just hear doors opening and closing? Oh, you're seeing what a real lifted truck looks like. If you guys don't know Andy's channel, Andy actually lifted his Duramax, and it just actually hit 500,000 miles. So definitely go check out Andy's channel. Rough Country hooked him up on a lift kit. He's got the 6-inch kit, but as you guys do know, this one's bigger than 6 inches. We're probably sitting around like 8.5, 9.5 inches on this one. But back here to the C5. So Andy got this thing all tuned up. I'll put in the little skit that we played outside there if I didn't already play it. Good morning.
Ow, I squeezed my balls.
Boys and girls, and welcome to the channel. I'm hoping my finger was over the mic for that, but if not, what is up? We are back. If you guys are new to the channel, there's no way I can even do anything serious for this video because we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Diablo Formula Racing out here in the Corvette.
Fucking piece of shit.
We've also got Street Speed 717 over here. He just got back from the Bahamas, so he's a little darker than usual.
That's a hell of a tan.
Give us a second here, but we are obviously doing some tuning on the C5 here. We've got some things we got to figure out, and we're just going to get to it. So we messed around with it a bunch of, or not a bunch of time, but we messed around with it for probably like an hour or so. I do still have two things that were an issue. I had to get a power steering cap. Luckily, I had one on a pump that was over there for like the GMC truck. And I had to get a radiator cap. As you can tell, we got a brand new one on here. And then the other thing I forgot, well, two things I forgot was an intake air temp sensor. I'm gonna have to get a new one. This one isn't reading. It, for some reason, only reads 32 degrees. And I think the highest it read was what, like 38? Yeah, it was not reading. Yeah, it's obviously not working. So I'm gonna get a new intake air temp sensor. The other thing was, what was the other thing? O2 sensors, that's right. So the O2 sensors are reading kind of funkity-fuckity. I think it's actually because I don't have full exhaust on it, but Andy wants me to throw new sensors in it, so we're gonna buy new sensors because I actually, what's that?
And put the exhaust on.
Yeah, and actually put the exhaust on. But I did actually have two sensors here that I was gonna put on it, but I think Andy's right. I think we're just gonna put, yeah, we'll just put the new sensors in it. That way I know that they're in it, I know that they're done, and we won't mess around with anything.
They're definitely not good now.
No, that was one of Chandler's.
Oh, I thought
yeah, that was one of Chandler's suicides. But as you guys do know, I'm not allowed to drink, so now I invite my friends over to drink all the beer that I had in the fridge. So we have our full exhaust that I still got to put on this. I still got to wrap it and everything. So stay tuned for all of that. I just wanted to give Andy a huge shout out for coming up here. He drove an hour and a half to come up here just to tune the C5.
I just came up here for you, buddy.
He just came up here for me.
Working much.
What a sweet feller.
Sweet
What a
fella.
sweet, sweet feller.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My little garden gnome. All right, let's get you guys a little fire up here.
You want me to hold the camera for you,
Yeah,
buddy?
if you don't mind, you might as well.
You gonna do a burnout for everybody? Everybody loves burnouts, don't they?
Why?
Comment below. Do a burnout, you little Steve.
Why?
Hold on. We gotta get the thumbnail. Get a little close, buddy. Get a little close. You got anything to block the wheel? You have anything to block the wheel?
I don't. But that's
Oh,
probably,
come on.
That's probably all we need to do.
No.
We're getting a little.
Comment below. Do you want to see more?
If you guys want to see more, you're gonna have to stay tuned because we're puking oil too. So I don't want to do too much to this thing with the situation that we got. I just want to fix it. I want to make it right. I don't want to have a fire.
Okay, you got fire extinguisher, right?
I do have a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Plus, we're literally limited space right now. We only have, like, that was close.
It sounds like a Ford problem.
That was close. Look at the tire sliding and kick in right there. Look at that. The tire slid and kicked in. Wow. Oh, we got a little bit of a puddle of oil under here now. So we're just going to call it. Yeah, we're going to call it. We're going to stop messing with it. As of right now, the C5 is running good. The back pops are obviously because the O2 sensors are reading crazy. And obviously, I don't have an IAT sensor. So I shouldn't actually have done what I did. But Andy kind of talked poop, so I had to do it. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. I hope that you guys do enjoy it. We're up here trying to make headway, trying to make progress. And the C5 is back.
Piece of awesome machinery.
Whoa. But we are, oh, the other thing, we are going to get this on a dyno, right? Eventually. I'm not in like a huge rush to get it on the dyno. This is basically a good, safe tune that I can drive it and I can do what I need to do with it. But I do want to put it on the dyno to get numbers. So eventually, whenever we can get Keith's schedule together, Andy's schedule together, and my own schedule together, we'll get this thing. 320?
All day long.
Drop your comments down below. What horsepower do you think this makes? I think it should make like 460, somewhere right around there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing
Just a
too.
rusty old 6.0.
Yeah, it's literally just a rusty 6.0 that I tossed in. It was in bad shape. I'm going to try to actually find the footage from that. Sorry, I took a phone call there. But I'm going to try to find the footage I literally honed these cylinder walls out from straight rust.
I'm assuming you used just a piece of sandpaper and just went like this.
I didn't even do that. I didn't even do that. I used literally a Scotch-Brite pad.
Oh my god.
Till I couldn't get all the high spots out, and it kind of held.
Little restore.
It was boosted, and it actually had like 4,000 miles boosted. It took a couple nitrous whacks.
Listen, a little restore, some seafoam, and some Marvel Miracle Oil, and this thing will be good as new.
Yeah, I think what I actually did when I did that is I went ahead and Scotch-Brited it the whole way around it, and then I just soaked it overnight with oil and everything, and then put the heads and everything on the next day.
Did you rotate the engine to get all the other rest of the cylinders?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yeah. So the rust and everything that was up top definitely went into the ring lands and set the ring lands, and I think that's why everything's good.
Okay.
So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Please comment, like, subscribe. We will see you in the next video. Again, as always, don't forget to check out my boy Andy, Diablo Formula Racing.
Deuces!
Deuces, guys. For you guys, in the comment section down below, say thanks, Andy, because Andy just talked me into doing something that I didn't want to do until this thing was actually ready and good to go. But peer pressure is a real thing. Plus, I've been down and out for a little bit.
Yeah, you need some excitement.
So we might as well have some fun.
Any excitement?
Yeah, I can't get too rowdy, but without further ado, let's get rowdy. Will it go under here?
Remember to hold it?
No, because I need you in the thumbnail for...
Oh, Jesus.
I need you, like...
I would definitely open that door up, dude. Oh, my God. I'd do it. You open the door? Who's going to smoke his ass off? No. It's probably going to slide right to your table. But bang!
I gotta set this up so I have Instagram footage. Oh, Andy.
Oh, me. Things are getting fuzzy. There's a lot of smoke in here.
It's not that bad yet.
It's getting fuzzy. I can't see. I'm going blind. The things we do for social media. Yeah, I'm dead serious, dude. The things we do for social media.
How about it?
If you guys don't know right now, he's actually setting his camera up in a chair in between the rungs. Is what he's doing right now. So he can get footage for Instagram and shit.
Yeah. For Instagram.
You guys don't get the dumb shit we fucking do.
Yeah, once I do the burnout, I'll show you